It's fall again. That means the leaves are changing, the weather's getting colder, and signs for political office are popping up everywhere. Chairman of the Isabella County Republican Party, Matt Golden, explains more about campaign signs.
Political signs are one of the most grassroots efforts of any campaign. And what it does is it allows people to invest in your campaign through allowing you to advertise in their front yard. You know, they're a great part of the campaign, is what it comes down to. And they really allow, again, people to show their support for the local candidates. I would say here in Mount Pleasant, we've seen double the number of yard signs go out this year of people who want to say, yes, I want to support this person and I want everybody to know it.
Of course, Republicans aren't the only ones putting up signs. But political director of the Isabella County Democratic Party, John Barker, explains there's more to a campaign than just signs.
There's another theory, and that is that signs don't make a difference, or they make such a small difference that you can eliminate them. In fact, the Obama campaign feels very strongly that signs don't vote. It's more important to do direct voter contact than to worry about having signs all over the place. Often, the greatest demand for a sign comes from people who have an opponent sign right next door. You know, oh, they have a McCain sign, I gotta have a Obama-Biden sign right there.
However, a political campaign can't go completely signless, but setting up those campaign signs isn't as easy as you might think.
You know, one of the real challenges is to find a version sign territory where not everybody else's sign is there, so that your sign can be more noticed. So just sign placement is a tough job. It takes a bit of doing.
Probably most nervous experiences of my life with signs was when I got a phone call. I'd went on what we call a sign blitz the night before and put up signs in all these yards of people who said, hey, I'm willing to host a sign. I got a call the next morning from a lady who said, my front yard is flooded, your yard sign struck my sprinkler line, and my entire front yard is underwater. Long story short, you know, it ended up not being our yard sign that did it, but nervous couple hours there until they found out, you know, what exactly the cause was.
For News Central 34, I'm Justin DePrekel.
Students on Central Michigan University's campus this fall have noticed big changes in their campus dining experience. All residential restaurants have removed their plastic trays in an effort to go green and reduce their ecological footprint. The idea was given a trial run during Earth Week of 2007 and 2008. An overwhelming number of students at numerous universities agreed to go trayless for the week, so campus dining officials decided to make the change permanent.
Going trayless reduces the natural resources that you use to wash the tray, so mainly energy to heat the water and then the water used up to a ½ gallon per tray, per wash, per use. It uses less chemicals and introduces less chemicals into the environment from all of the cleaning agents used to actually wash the trays, and then it also helps minimize food waste.
Matthew Salyer doesn't mind doing his part either.
I suppose for the environment and cost essential, not having a tray itself, it's a good way to reduce costs. It will help the environment. It's pretty inconvenient to us. We gotta, you know, carry our own plates and attempt to stack them ourselves, but for their overall good, I guess we can suffer a little bit to help out.
Campus dining plans to add even more environmentally safe products to their operations, such as using recycled paper. Everyone on campus seems to be adjusting well to these new developments. Hundreds of campuses nationwide are also going trayless, hoping to make a big impact on the environment. At Central Michigan University, for Hot News, I'm Elena Goringer.
Where am I going now?
Most students can recognize night rides on CMU's campus, but few know what goes on behind the scenes. Riding along on Friday night with driver Lindsay Talega, News Central 34 saw exactly what goes on.
We have a lot of fun with a lot of the people that we pick up. We love when we get regulars because they start to remember our names and you make a lot of friends.
It's one person going from the towers to Wolt. And where are you at right now?
Receiving calls for rides at the station is dispatcher Jacqueline Pishot. She says this is only her first semester with the program, but has already learned how the busy nights can get very difficult.
We'll get backed up on a Sunday night. You'll have like 160 calls for an entire night, and it's only a 5-hour shift. So we're going as fast as we can and people get impatient.
Talega agrees that sometimes the excitement isn't always there.
Sitting down for 5 hours, when we're really busy, we will go from 8 to 1 and we don't really have a break, so that gets kind of rough too.
Night Rides is all about providing safe transportation for students across campus, but as we found out, it's also about having a good time.
When we're really slow, we actually play hide and seek, so that's a lot of fun.
Hide and seek.
Here you guys go.
Like,
because we are eyes and ears of the campus, we still have to drive around even if we don't have calls. And what we'll do is we'll have one car go hide in a lot on campus and the other car will have to go find them.
And while the drivers are enjoying their jobs, the riders feel comfortable getting to their destination.
It's convenient and it's cold and it makes you feel safe. Like, cause me and her walking together, unsafe.
No matter if it's called night rides or safe rides, the service is beneficial for everyone. Jen Chapman for News Central 34.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
From the studio to your home, watch News Central 34 for your local news, sports, and weather. Our skilled reporters will bring you the most up-to-date business, health, and entertainment news. The award-winning newscast is brought to you live from Central Michigan University's campus, Monday through Friday at 5. Watch News Central 34 with your friends and family on Channel 34 on campus and Channels 23 and 3 off campus. Mount Pleasant's own News Central 34.
For the second straight year, it was the CMU Chippewas in the Mid-American Conference Championship game. Their opponent, the Miami Redhawks from Ohio. CMU would start fast, Dan Lefevre hooking up here with Keto Pobla, the outstanding one-handed grab. He loses his helmet, but he grabs a 7-0 lead for CMU in the first quarter. That's how the first quarter would end, with the Chips on top 7-0. In the second quarter, the only tally of the second quarter, the field goal there for Miami, that makes the halftime score 7-3 in favor of Central Michigan. In the second half, however, the Chippewas would get rolling. Dan Lefevre from 20 yards out. This play would be reviewed, later ruled a touchdown, and that would put Central Michigan up 14-3. Later in the game, it was Ontario Sneed giving the Chippewas a 21-3 lead, and it looked like the Chips were going to run away with this one, but not so fast, as Miami strikes right back. The 14-yard hookup there makes it a 21-10 ball game. But the Chippewas would seal it away. Ontario Sneed here from 7 yards out. He finished with 2 touchdowns. An outstanding game for Ontario. And the CMU Chippewas, Dan Lefevre adding one late, would win this one by a final score of 35-10.